Hello, good evening, kind of, and welcome to the Full Force News Burst Live special with me, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80, brought to you by Generals Joe's REBORN.com. Today I'm the Dork Knight. Get it? Leaks everywhere. If you'd be forgiven for thinking you're in Wales, and you only get that if you're from the UK, but leaks everywhere, guys. And it's been kicking off since late last night, early this morning. Yeah, tons of images of stuff that we're probably going to be seeing on the 4th or later in the month, but very likely on the 4th. It has been kind of crazy today, and I've been kind of holding out a little bit because I've been thinking, oh, there's probably going to be more leaks. Do I wait? Do I hold on? Or do I just go live and pick up the rest of it tomorrow? Because I'm sure there's going to be more stuff tomorrow. Kind of crazy. We've had images from or images for vehicles, for kind of exclusively figures, and of course retro. Yeah, we're going to get stuck into all of it today. Well, all of it so far, because it's still, I don't know, I just keep seeing stuff appearing. So anyway, lots to get through, lots to enjoy, and lots to kind of chip away at, getting some details on this Sunday. Hope everyone's having a good day. Lots of you in the chat already. And of course, and on top of that, we'll be updating the listings ever so slightly, because we have another one to check off the list, and it's kind of one that I think we all expected. Well, I expected it, and thankfully we've kind of got the confirmation thanks to some of these images. But anyway, let's get stuck into Leaky Leakington. Yes, over the course of the day since this morning, we have had images from Weibo. Wait, I don't know, I've never known how to pronounce that, but like basically the website from the Far East. You've also got Nathan Camazel has been posting some images, and yeah, they've just been like circulating constantly all morning. The first thing that broke were the Stinger box and the retro carded Cobra Trooper, and lots of excitement for those, obviously. Then we got this nice kind of open tray image of the Sarge, and then a bunch of other images just started finding their way out there. Again, I think via Weibo. And yeah, just kind of quite a few things to get stuck into. We'll start then with the Retro Cobra Trooper. Now, it looks to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that it is a repaint basically of the infantry, but with Stalker slash Snake Eyes secondary, I want to say. Which I think kind of works. Honestly, I think it works pretty well for the trooper. I don't know. It's one of those ones that I knew it was coming, and wasn't really that. The funny thing was, we knew the Cobra Trooper was coming at the same time that we got Cobra Commander wrong. Do you remember, like ages ago, we were saying that it was Duke, Scarlet, and Cobra Commander were going to be the first three, and Gargamel. We were even told Gargamel was going to be Cobra Commander. So I don't know what happened there. I'm sure it was just a miscommunication or an error in the information. But that turned out to be Recondo. And so Cobra Commander was kind of like bumped a little bit. And then obviously we've had that leak very recently that Cobra Commander will indeed be revealed or released alongside this Cobra Trooper. Now, the Cobra Trooper had come out at that time as well. That was definitely happening on Retro Card, and I didn't really know what to expect. I thought it might be the case we were getting some sort of slightly new build, but at the same time, like they've kind of done well recently, just mixing and matching pieces and parts from. Oh yeah, the head from the officer. Thank you, Thanos. But like mixing and matching Trooper and an officer bits and pieces to get sort of different variations of officers, Python officers, Python Trooper technically as well, let's face it. But they've kind of done, I don't know what that means. They've kind of done, like they've kind of gone a very simple route here. And again, maybe fine, that's not a problem. E to be says card is cut hard on the left. No, it's just the image is cropped. Yeah, so it's it kind of is just a repaint of your infantry, basically, isn't it? And well, with a little bit of others in there too, bits and pieces, nothing crazy. And again, like I feel like I'm good for troopers, like the kind of standard Cobra Trooper. I've got a bunch of the infantry, got a bunch of the Cobra Island ones. I'm all right. I don't necessarily. I mean, I get what they're trying to do here with the secondary to make it more kind of classic inspired, and it's cool, but it's not buzzing my berries as much as the other stuff that we've seen today. In any case, I think people in general are cool for the most part with a Cobra Trooper in the retro. You get to army build the troopers again, and they look a little bit more retro than your infantry and your Cobra Island versions. Anyway, in any case, Eben says, "Man, no Emily on Tuesday, and her IG account is gone. I will be bummed if she's not on the team." And she's on the team, Eben. She's on the team. Do not worry. She's on multiple teams. She is spread thin. She is being pulled in lots of directions, and she's planning for SDCC. She's having an ever so slight break from this particular live stream. Do not concern yourselves about that. And yeah, but yeah, I believe she has got rid of her Instagram as well. But I imagine that's more to do with the abuse that she gets. Honestly, not that I don't know that, but I'm sure that's the case. Which I adamantly despise, by the way, and I'll say that out loud. If you want to abuse people on these kind of things, then get lost. You're not welcome here. Put it that way. Anyway, so the trooper, yeah, it's okay. It's cool. It's not, like I said, it's not buzzing my berries necessarily. There's a close-up shot of it. Now, it's definitely the kind of lower, like the boots of the infantry, isn't it? That kind of like trooper almost boots, because the officer has the kind of more standardized sort of like military style boots, doesn't it? Yes, the punk with toys. That's what I just said. I only got one Cobra Island Trooper and 3 regular infantry, says Derek. I think I ended up with, and don't hate me for this, I think I ended up with 3 or 4 Cobra Island Troopers over a period of time. I got very lucky with the first one, and then I didn't see the others till much, much later. But I did pick one up when I got the opportunity to, and then I think I got one from a promo box. So I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. So I think I ended up with 3 of the Cobra Island, and I ended up with about 12 of the infantry, maybe more than that. But that was because I got one of the cases from Roma Collectibles. In actual fact, shout out Roma. But yeah, I can't multitask, so I'm good on that one. But for those that haven't, it's a great opportunity to get more troopers, that's for sure. Now, I did this little image as well, because on the left we've got the officer, on the right we've got the infantry. I'm pretty sure it's the infantry body, because it differs ever so slightly. That top part is very much the infantry, I think, with the kind of the texture, which you can't exactly make out clearly in the middle image. It's not really super clear, but based on the way that it kind of is designed, it looks to me to be more infantry than it is Cobra officer kind of chest. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm looking at right there. The kind of collar as well sort of gives it away as infantry. But the officer does look cleaner. I have to agree with that, Blitz 0065. I have to agree with that one. I don't know. And that's the other thing. I've got a few officers now as well, plus the Valkyries, plus your Python Patrol versions. It is getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Everything but the head is the trooper. Thank you, Thanos. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, absolutely, and that's obviously what I was referring to there with the chest and everything as well. So that's why I was thinking, yeah, it's all that. And thank you for confirming that as well. I appreciate it. But yeah, there you go. Now the trooper does come with that kind of like, is that the Dragunov sniper rifle? I want to say, I could be wrong. Oh, it is Dragunov, is it? Wannabe Dragunov. Thank you, 80s Toy Boy. It's a wannabe Dragunov, but it is kind of Dragunov-y, isn't it? So that's a cool addition. The pistols, whatever. I don't mind. I'm glad they've got some you know, like a side piece and and the knife and everything. I get that. That's great. It's definitely a bright, yeah, no, 100%. It's a brighter blue. It's not just about the build. There is definitely a brighter blue on this. It is Spirit's rifle. Cool, good spot. It is actually. You're right. It is. I did not notice that. Thank you for that. I have the worst observational skills when it comes to weapons, accessories, and builds for these figures. I just don't give them enough time. Yeah, Stalker's pistol. Yeah, the and I'm guessing holster with the silencer kind of port as well, right? Yeah, so they've got all that going on. That's totally fine. That's totally cool. The little kind of like Cobra blaster, the Cobra laser pistol's nice as well. That's all right. But that's pretty much, yeah. Does it come with a backpack? I'm not sure if it does. The little, it might be on him, but I don't think so. Usually they show it off him, don't they? Um, but anyway, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. And there you go. I just wanted to show you a little bit of why I thought my thoughts. Okay, moving on. On top of this, as well as the trooper, we got this absolute beauty. Now, again, this has been one that we've known of for a while coming, and almost like this felt like one of those fandom secrets that everyone knew was happening, in a weird way. Like I feel like everyone seemed to assume this was happening because of the vamp, but seemed to also know that it was officially coming out. Um, so I yeah, so this is one we kind of had to sit on. We didn't, however, know that it was Blossom VEH until the other day when the leaks started coming out, the actual listings kind of leaks from wholesalers. And that is when we were able to kind of go, okay, well, that slots into there on the listing. So, you know, brilliant. Check off the list. But this is just glorious. I love this. I'm guessing it's in the desert. I want to say it looks very sand-like they're riding on, compacted, but it definitely looks sand-like. And you got the ferret in the background there doing a little kind of, which reminds me of how, you know, how the dreadnoughts kind of appear in the movie in the Himalayas when they come hoying over the hill, and they're, yeah, that's kind of how what that reminds me of. Um, and again, yeah, you've got another Stinger in the background there. Now we don't have much. This is the only thing we have of the Stinger so far. So I imagine there'll be more leaks either later today, in the next 5 seconds, already happened possibly, or maybe even in like you know, tomorrow before we kind of get Yojoe June, the stream on Tuesday. Anyway, absolutely, this is enough for me to see at the moment. Like I can wait. I can wait for the rest. I can wait for the show on Tuesday to see the rest of it, all the promo images, all that good stuff. But I very much like this. What I'm seeing at the moment. Now it looks as though they are incorporating blast effects in the same way that they, you know, probably the same ones that we get in scrap irons, maybe, or maybe even one of the other things like the HMS or the where else have we got do we have any other blast effects in the HMS? I don't have it yet, so I can't even think off the top of my head. Is it a Pulse exclusive? No, this is Fanmazen, apparently. That's what the Blossom VH is. It's been a Fanmazen listing, and the listing has the same number as this. You can see that top left hand corner there. So the kind of item number matches that Blossom VH, and Blossom VH has always been a Fanmazen exclusive. So we're assuming this will be a Fanmazen. It might be Pulse. I don't think so. I think it will be Fanmazen, but we'll find out, won't we? That's Fan Channel and Amazon, by the way. Scrap iron. It looks like scrap irons. Yes, I did say that first, so that's good. I guess I'm right. If you guys are right, so it's cool. I mean, it makes sense to come with blast effects, considering you've got the missile rack. It's a vamp repaint, but it's got the missile rack and it's got the doors and the roof and the windshield, and it looks pretty dope in black, if I don't say so. It looks incredible, absolutely incredible. And this is my favorite tooling use of the vamp in for me. Like, I love the Tiger Sting, don't get me wrong. I love the ground assault, it's cool. I love the Vamp Mark II and the Vamp, but the Stinger for me is absolute perfection. I love this thing. and it looks amazing. And I can't wait for this one. Um, Now, there's nothing else like I could see really on the box that was giving any other homage vibes out. The other thing I wanted to mention as well. Oh, it seems to have a standing back platform on the back for figures. Thanos says. Actually, that's a good point. There is like a little lip sticking out there, isn't there? That's a tongue that I just stuck out, not a lip. But yeah, that does look like a little ledge sticking out. So I think you might be right on that one. Great for when the missiles go off in your face. Um, yes. So I think, yeah, I think we're going to see some nice additions on this one for the Cobra team. Now, the trooper. Oh, well, there's a close up of the vehicle. I should have done that first, really, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm again. The Vamp's an absolute 100 out of 100. This is going to be also up there, I think. I'm excited to see how it kind of how it all connects and operates. It looks great. There is a ferret in the background, yes, and it's doing an absolute flying wheelie. Right. Um, no, the price point is 99.99. Will because it's the same price point. It's not going to be more. It's 99.99, just like the Vamp. Right, moving on. The actual figure, the driver, which is called. It's not called like an officer or this, that, the other. It is called a. It's called the Stinger driver, and this particular figure looks to be. I'm guessing like a complete. Is that a complete repaint of what of effectively the officer? Maybe I don't know. Actually, what is that a repaint of? Is it just the same figure as the Retro Trooper? I think it is, isn't it? Because it's got the texture at the top again. Maybe it is just the Trooper with the secondary, with a different secondary. Because that head sculpt looks like the infantry one, doesn't it? With the kind of little mask bit on the front. And I would also say you can't really make out what the helmet's doing. Now, I'm not sure if it's like going to have the netting on it. I'm not sure if it will. Probably won't. It'll probably just be a grey repaint of the helmet. But it's an officer with the trooper head. Yeah, okay, so it's cool. So they've done a trooper with the officer head and an officer with the trooper head. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. He comes with a soup ladle. That's hilarious, Will. I believe that's just how the knife is like, that's just a reflection of light where the knife kind of goes in and the plastic sticks out. But it's hilarious that you think that's a soup ladle. And honestly, it does actually. The more I look at it, the more it looks like a soup ladle. But no, it's his knife. So he's probably going to come with a knife. I imagine a pistol and his helmet. I don't think he might not come with anything else. Looks like copperhead helmet. No, I don't think it's a copperhead helmet. I'm pretty sure that is that's the trooper head. Officer's web gear, trooper's head is, and the body is. Yeah, I think it's the flip of the Retro, isn't it? It's a flip of the Retro, I think. But that doesn't look like the officer body at the top. That looks like the infantry top of the chest, doesn't it? It looks to me like the top of the top of the chest looks to be the trooper, not the officer. It's Python Patrol Officer version 2 box setup. Okay, that makes more sense because they did utilize, again, they've mixed and matched these parts so much that there is no such thing as a trooper or officer, is it? It's all over the place basically. Anyway, that's what you get with this guy, and we'll see better images of this soon, and it's still dope. It still looks awesome. I love it in grey, and yeah, I'm down for this one. So cool. He should come with driving glove hands. That'd be fun, actually. 80s toy boy. Shotgun behind his left arm. Man, you've got better eyes than I have. Jeez, that's good eyes if you can see a shotgun. I can't see anything in that shotgun. I'm having another look close up on the phone because I believe you 100%. I just do not see that. I'm going to take your word for it, and I'm going to say that is a great spot, but I genuinely can't see it. Oh man, my eyes are terrible in that case. There is definitely something behind him. You're right. There's definitely a rifle, and you're probably right. It's probably a shotgun. I'll let you have that one. Whoever said that. Who was it that said that? I can't see who even said that in the first place. Liquid Identity 101. Shotgun behind his left arm. Interesting. Cool. So okay, he gets a couple of accessories, which is nice, as well as his stinger. Okay, all right. So that's the stinger, and that's the stinger driver. Yeah, the color matched the ferret driver. Yes, indeed. Or the ferret driver color matched the stinger driver. It's just that the ferret came out first. But yeah, I think they were keeping an eye because I mean, a lot of us, including myself, did think that promo image of Clutch hiding behind his vamp, getting kind of attacked. That character in the background was a stinger driver, but it turned out it wasn't. It was 100% the ferret scout. So yeah, I like the fact that they're keeping the drivers kind of like in this grey, the troopers in the blue, and so on and so forth. That's really cool. Have there been any Cobra troops with a shotgun? Not that I can think of. There probably are, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Anyway, yeah, cool. Okay, well that's the Stinger and Stinger driver. Again, very excited for this one. I'm glad it's sort of like as much. I mean, I'd have preferred it if it hadn't leaked. I don't like leaks. I like that kind of like. I do like that aspect of like finding out on the day. I really do. I like that kind of, we're all in it together, watching the stream, and then it's like, yeah, and this, it's like, whoa, and then we're all seeing it. I like that. I'm not a massive fan. I like getting the information early. I do. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it is nice when we don't find out what something is. And I do get excited for the streams when it's like, oh, I don't actually know what this is going to be. And then it's like, bang. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Anyway, the leaks are out. So it's still fun to kind of talk about it and speculate. Now, next up, we got some in-package shots of Dreadnought Torch and Doc. So we'll start with those two first. And it'll lead into, don't worry, it'll lead into the Sarge. We'll get there. So these images again, I believe, came out of Weibo, and we see Torch and we see Doc. I mean, we've seen these figures. We've got the promos. We've already ordered them. They're going to be on their way soon, it would appear. But it's nice to see them finally, in this kind of format, like kind of in hand a little bit, even though it's not like in hand. What am I talking about? Yeah. So again, these are cool. I've got to say, the packaging isn't as cool anymore. It's all right. It does its job, but this is, you've got a Torch now who doesn't match Buzzer and Ripper, and that's kind of a bit wonky for me. And again, you'll see like, the artwork on the side. You can just see kind of creeping around the side of Torch's box there on the left-hand side. You'll still have the artwork on the side, and you'll still have the render kind of on the back. But I don't know. I just prefer the previous packaging. I thought it was great. If this had been the case for multiple waves, then fine. But unfortunately, we've had so many changes, and this just feels like another change. And it's a size change, and it's like, oh, yikes. But anyway, that aside, at least now we've got I say this, but at least now we've got like hopefully we'll get a consistent rhythm of packaging. But who knows, in a couple of months they'll probably change it again. But there you go, Torch and Doc in package. Nice one. As well as that, we got another shot, and this is kind of this actual image helped us unlock another listing, which was great. So this did actually turn out to be Scrappy, which was brilliant. The Low Light Spirit and Neol, kind of 2-pack, 3-pack technically if you count the Animal Companion. But there's a couple of things in this. Obviously, we've seen this same pack leaked quite a while ago. We've seen the Sarge and we've seen these two for a while now. But this picture is ever so slightly better than the other one, ever so slightly. The problem is there's a bit of reflection on the plastic on the front, so you're still not getting a perfect shot of these particular figures. but it does look like they have gone away from the sniper rifle bag. I think we kind of knew that anyway for low light. They've just given him another rifle, pretty much. Is that the Zartan sniper? I don't know which one it is, but it's a different rifle and different backpacks. It's different gear quite a lot actually. We've got Outback's backpack getting reused. Now I do like the fact they kind of mix it up a little bit and repaint it, and we get different sort of options and stuff. The main thing for me is we're getting Marauders characters, and we're getting a decent amount to kind of, you know, not keep barbecue like, you know, lonely in the corner sort of thing. So yeah, so I'm kind of, again, I'm happy. Again, this is a box ticking exercise in a sense, but at the same time I am excited for these figures. That low light is the low light I had as a kid, not the Marauders one, but the UK version of low light, which was effectively the Marauders deco, ever so slightly different, like paint like shades, ever so slightly. You have to really look at them side by side to kind of see the difference. It's very minimal, but that was effectively the low light I had as a kid, and I loved him. So the fact that we're getting him in Marauders now, job's a jobbin'. And the fact that we get another animal companion, a different character, I think is great. And it just adds to Spirit having, like, you know, like maybe like having multiple you know, animals, birds, etc. Because he might be put up against Raptor. Who knows? Raptor might have multiple birds. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm quite excited to see what they do with some of the promo shots with some of these figures coming out. And anyway, it looked like, I said, we kind of thought that this 2-pack might also be on its way, but because it's a Pulse exclusive, that's why it didn't kind of come up in the leaked like wholesaler stuff very recently. But because it's a Pulse exclusive, makes me think that we're probably going to see it either on the 4th or at some other point during the month. So and the fact we're seeing it now just kind of almost cements that in my mind a little bit, kind of really confirms it. If we're seeing the Sarge and we're seeing this at the same time, they're probably going to be coming out at the same time. So nice to see this set. And again, yeah, and again, I think we're very close to seeing this pre-order vibes. Now, the Sarge also got a cheeky leak as well. Now, this is just one image. There's more, many more. This is the front of the box, and again, this is effectively no different to what we saw when it was leaked in the first place, right? But the beauty part is the packaging is hiding a lot of cool stuff, and that is what I think I'm most excited about. And we joked about it. I was like a little bit down because they didn't include a couple of things. And one of the things, I'm not even sure if it's the next image. I think the next image might be the back of the package. It is, yeah. But you do see what it is. An itty bitty ditty bag. Oh, it's not an itty bitty ditty bag. It's just a bag. But I would like to keep calling it an itty bitty ditty bag. That is such a great inclusion. And it's not even the only inclusion in this set that they've done. They've done a lot of cool things in this set. Obviously, we've got the well, let's look at the back first, and we'll look at the tray that shows all of the items a lot clearer and a lot more close up. But the Sarge, first of all, looks great in that deco. It's a phenomenal Marauders deco, and I'm really into it. The bag is freaking awesome. Soft goods, you're going to carry all of his gear in it. I expect to see that bag again, possibly in some of the 60th or Legacy kind of releases. 100% down for this one, and that bag is the absolute nuts. Also in that kind of that shot, that scene, it looks to be in some sort of like encampment, maybe some sort of basic training situation, and he's training the troops, or maybe it's the Marauders camp. I'm sure more information will come out with the narrative of this, and that's something that I'm going to definitely be asking Lenny and the team about when we interview them next, which hopefully won't be too long from now. Phoebe's excited too. And you can also see some other elements in there, but let's move on and look at the actual tray. And there you go. There's the soft goods bag, which looks great. I'm so glad we're getting this. This just opens the door, doesn't it? And it, like the fact that this soft goods bag makes this set so much more exciting. And there's even more stuff in there too. So they've continued, obviously, the hat, the shades, the whistle, the AK, but they've also thrown in Big Boa's gloves, the weights. Of course, he's still got his baton, but then they've got more hands, and there's a saluting hand in there, which again is something that we just didn't expect because of the way that the leak had happened. The packaging covers the bag and the bottom grouping of hands, so we didn't know that we were getting those extra elements, and it just makes this even better. This is great. And of course, let's go through all the bits and pieces individually. um the little Mad Marauders minifigure is great. So a few people were saying, oh, they haven't even repainted the figure based on an image that looked like it'd been taken in the dark with a potato. So yeah, I was fully expecting this figure to be Marauder decoed, and it is. You can see the little figures Marauder deco. You can see that the artwork has got the Marauder deco on it, and you can see that it's got Mad Marauders logo in on the card as well. So 100%. They've gone all out for the minifigure as well, and that's absolutely brilliant. Phoebe says, "Hi back, Scott." So yeah, this is really, really dope. Then of course we've got the boxing gloves, which in blue, which again you can see him and Big Boa going at it in the ring on this one, can't you? That's really awesome. So again, nice little addition, but it's going to be more for training, isn't it? It's going to be more for, like, you training the troops sort of vibe. So yeah, really into this. Of course, here are the hands, all the different hands. You've got the sea grips. You've got, are they the sea? No, they're not the sea grips. They're the kind of claw kind of looking things, aren't they? You got the fists. You got the pointy fingers left and right, and you've got the salute as well, which is great, and the baton as well, which he continues to have, and the fact that's blue as well. Nice little touch. Love it. Well, that's the thing, Mister Mad Gus. You can probably use that bag as a punching bag and hang it up. Just fill it with like foam or something, and then you've got like a punching bag for it. So I think it works in two kind of like it works in two ways basically. Then of course you've got the like I said, like the removable shades, the whistle, the hat, and the AK. And then of course my favorite aspect, the duffel bag, which I think could also be 100% used as a punching bag as well, and the dumbbells, phenomenal stuff. Yeah, lovely stuff. Well, it's the same. It's the same Sergeant Slaughter figure. A lot of people talking about the abdomen crunch, but it's the same sort Slaughter figure. It's the repaint of the Slaughter figure, so it's going to be the same as the original one. Anyway, brilliant stuff. Right, we'll come back. Yeah, that is the last part of this, but I just want to look at the Sarge again. Oh, look at that. Bloody lovely. That deco is phenomenal as well. He looks great in that deco. Yeah, this is a win for me. And that duffel bag is great. I wonder if we might, if we see, well, I'm hoping we see Hit and Run at some point soon. So that would be great if Hit and Run came with the bag. It would be, I could see it, like I said, I could see that bag being utilized for 60th, for like legacy going forward. Yeah, just brilliant. Very, very excited for this particular release and for that bag. I've never been more excited for a duffel bag in my entire life. What is wrong with me? My goodness, we've got 200 people watching while we look at the Sarge at the moment. That's crazy pants. Anyway, they are all of the reveals that we've had so far. I'm sure there have probably been reveals while we've been on this blooming situation the whole time. But I don't know. We'll get to them tomorrow, maybe. Anyway, look at that. It's looking a lot clearer now, isn't it? After all that red, we've still got red on there, obviously. But I don't know. It just feels nice to kind of really chip away at some of these listings. So, of course, the standard retail wave of 4 of Alpine, Iron Grenadier, Bat, Iron Grenadiers, and Storm Shadow V2 was leaked very recently in terms of what we might be seeing. Haven't seen images of those yet, but it's early in the night. I imagine we're going to see some more reveals and leaks later. Okay, I'm getting, wow, the Sarge is leaking information now. So the Sarge has said, oh, okay, so I see what's happened here. So the Sarge is saying that he was sent a figure initially and didn't approve it. And then he got it again, or they sent him again, like, you know, the other version of it, and he did approve it. And I think it's just packaging as it's shown in the package, but maybe he's getting other stuff. I can't make out what's in there. But this is what the Sarge says he approved with the actual hat and the shades on. That's interesting, isn't it? Anyway. Oh, for the Sarge approved box, there is 2 editions. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. I'm looking at them right this second. So he says, this was the first figure that's sent to me for approval, but I didn't approve it because they didn't have my campaign cover on my head. They had already released some, so they will be a collector figure. The second release of the Mad Marauders have the cover on. That's pretty cool. So it's just how it's revealed, how it's run, basically. So because they've already got some in that, yeah, they've already got some like this. This is going to make it even worse, isn't it? We're going to be trying to get that one and the alternate kind of one as well. My goodness, what a headache that's going to be. Genuinely, what a headache that is going to be. I'm just going to share this because that's really cool from the Sarge to post that. Wowzers. Running change indeed. My goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna multitask a little bit here so that I can add this to the post. It's great how the Sarge is kind of like just gone, here's all the information. Oh, brilliant. Do not change, Sergeant Slaughter. Okay, I'm just going to retweet both of these so that I don't have to do anything else for the rest of the night. Isn't that crazy? So the Sarge is effectively saying, this was the first figure that they sent to me for approval, but I didn't approve it because they didn't have my campaign cover on my head. They had already released some, so they will be a collector figure. The second release of the Mad Marauders have the cover on. When he says second release, I believe it just means, yeah, like a running change. So, yeah, yikes. Variant, yikes! That's going to be fun, isn't it? I'm sure there'll be a explanation on whatever, you know, wherever it comes out. I'm sure they'll explain that will be happening, and they'll probably give us more details on how that will be happening. Yikes! Again, like if I'd have gone live, what, an hour later, we could have just added that to the thing, but no, it's got to happen the second I go live, hasn't it? Anyway, it's still cool. Right, so that's fun. So the Marauder Sarge is kind of going to have 2 packaging variants, basically. Good luck, guys, is all I'm saying on that one. I'm kind of sad that so many code listings are cracked. No more torment for Patrick, indeed, Will. So yeah, like I said, standard retail wave of 4, check. Alpine, Iron Grenadier, Bat, Iron Grenadiers, Storm Shadow V2. Again, I expect leaks the night before, the day before, maybe tonight. Who knows? I expect them, though, because it just seems to be happening left, right, and centre now. Now, swinging over to the other side, obviously, Marauder Sarge is in there, TNS Buttercup, we know that one. We can now unlock, finally, Low Light and Spirit, which we've been kind of umming and ahhing is probably Scrappy for the longest time. We can confirm that now. Pulse exclusive, Scrappy for Low Light and Spirit. And then, of course, we've got Blossom VEH as the Stinger and the Stinger driver. And we've got Retro Casey and Retro Oki as Cobra Commander and the Cobra Trooper. And of course, Rough and Ready are the female Action Marine Sniper, because that all leaked the other day as well, and Action Pilot Halo Jumper as well. Will, yeah, I spoke about this earlier about Emily. She is still on the brand. She's just doing lots. She's just doing too much at the moment. She's planning for SDCC. She's doing a lot of other things for other brands, but she's still on the team, and she's not going to be on the live stream because she's just too busy. But that's it, basically. Yeah, still don't know who Fred is, still don't know who Whipsnakes is, and still don't know who Azrael is, but I'm sure we will find out eventually. While we're here, should we go through the rest of the stuff that we know of? 2025 listings. We do have a few more that we do know. So hopefully with some name-only reveals, some render reveals possibly, or anything like that we see over Yojoe June, hopefully we can unlock some of these again. But so far, it's Xandar, Saw Viper, Leatherneck, Dial Tone for the first wave of 4, and then Frag Viper and Blowtorch involved in the second wave of 4. And then everything else we'll just have to wait for. But lots of cool individual details to kind of make clear. Sewer Urchin, TT Sewer Urchin, is a Fanmazon release. TT Terror is Pulse exclusive. American Maid is Pulse exclusive. Arthur Deluxe is SDCC. Man Cow is Pulse exclusive again. Red Scare is Pulse exclusive. And Dinosaur Neil is Pulse exclusive, with the Legacy RR Tommy being the 60th. And one of those Pulse exclusives could be a Pulse Con exclusive. So we don't know which one it is, though. My guess would be... Oh, no, actually, I don't have one. Maybe Dinosaur Neil, possibly. I don't know. But either way, we'll hopefully find out soon and eventually. But yeah, there you go. And we've got a lot of retro classified to unlock as well, which is crazy pants. Look at all those. Right. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Quick recap as I go backwards through time. We got a lot of leaks today, and that's me pretty much talking about them all. Again, I expect more, so I'm going to get off the internet for 5 minutes and, well, not off the internet, get off this particular aspect of the internet and get on the getting ready to share things when they come up and they leak, because I think we'll see more stuff, honestly. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to bring it to a close there. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and try and make the most of the rest of your weekend, of course. Keep an eye out online for any of the leaks. They're going to be all over the place, so keep it locked. And I'll probably see you tomorrow, probably to reveal or talk about more leaks. And then Tuesday, eventually, when Tuesday comes around, we'll go live later in the day. So obviously we'll watch the show, we'll share all the stuff, and then later in the day, we'll do an evening kind of recap of the day's reveals. And I'll see you guys before then, probably. Stay fresh, cheese bags. And as always, after 3, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Full force. Laters. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on X, formerly Twitter, @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page, facebook.com/TheFullForce. We've also added a brand new Instagram, so check us out there as well, @TheFullForce Podcast, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on any of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.